Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Marvel Rivals Character History. In this episode, we will be discussing the backstory and history of one of the most culturally significant and most beloved characters in Marvel history. I hope you all enjoy. Black Panther, also known as T'Challa, is one of the most iconic and culturally significant superheroes in the Marvel Universe. First appearing in Fantastic Four number 52 in 1966, T'Challa was the brainchild of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and broke ground as the first black superhero in mainstream American comics. More than a hero, T'Challa is also a king, a scholar, and a symbol of resistance, pride, and futurism. His story, rich with political intrigue, technological marvels, and spiritual depth, stands as one of the most complex narratives in comic book history. From the jungles of Wakanda to intergalactic thrones, the journey of T'Challa reflects themes of legacy, leadership, and liberation. T'Challa was born into the royal family of Wakanda, the most technologically advanced nation on Earth, hidden away from colonizing powers. His father, King T'Chaka, ruled with wisdom, while his biological mother, Inyami, tragically died during childbirth. He would later be raised by an outsider explorer, Ramonda, who would form a close bond with T'Chaka, later marrying him. T'Challa would later form a close bond with his half-sister Shuri. From a young age, T'Challa was destined for greatness. When Ulysses Klaue invaded Wakanda seeking his precious vibranium, he murdered T'Chaka in cold blood. T'Challa, still a child, was left traumatized, but vowed to grow stronger. As he matured, he embarked on a journey of training, learning, and spiritual growth. In order to become the Black Panther, the protector of Wakanda, T'Challa had to defeat his uncle Sion in ritual combat and consume the heart-shaped herb, a plant that connects the Black Panther to the panther god Bast and enhances physical abilities. Before assuming the throne, T'Challa traveled abroad, studying at institutions like Oxford, earning a PhD in physics. This international education gave him a broader view of the world, which later influenced his diplomatic strategies. During this period, he also met and fell in love with Ororo Munroe, who would later become the mutant Storm. T'Challa made his global debut by inviting the Fantastic Four to Wakanda, using the encounter to test his strength and strategy. Impressed by their capabilities, he allied with them and soon found himself on the radar of Earth's mightiest heroes. He joined the Avengers in the Avengers number 52, proving himself not only as a fierce warrior, but as a thinker and tactician. He formed bonds with characters like Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor, but he never fully surrendered his loyalty to Wakanda. His membership was both a show of unity and a strategic move to better understand the outside world. T'Challa would later become a member of the Illuminati, a secret group of powerful leaders including Reed Richards, Doctor Strange, and Namor. Although initially skeptical, he participated in solving multiversal crises, including the incursions that threatened to destroy the Marvel multiverse. These experiences deepened his already complex moral compass, as he was constantly forced to weigh global survival against national loyalty. T'Challa's dual identity, king and superhero, forced him to operate in both diplomacy and warfare. He had to constantly balance duty to his people with his responsibilities to the world, making him one of the most layered characters in the Marvel canon. Now, T'Challa's life is defined not only by battles and politics, but also by his relationships. His family plays a pivotal role in his development. His father's legacy haunts him, while his sister Shuri challenges him and at times even replaces him as Black Panther. Romantically, his most notable relationship was with Storm. Their marriage symbolized the unity of two powerful legacies, mutant kind and Wakanda. Though they eventually separated, the partnership was pivotal in establishing T'Challa as a global unifier. His closest allies include the Dora Milaje, an elite guard of Wakandan women who protected the throne. Characters like Okoye and Nakia bring fierce loyalty and strength, each embodying different interpretations of duty and love. These characters enrich the narrative, portraying Wakandan culture as one steeped in tradition but open to evolution. The most compelling Black Panther arcs often intertwine political turmoil with deep character introspection. Don McGregor's 1970s run was one of the first to explore real-world issues such as racism and apartheid, while also introducing Eric Killmonger, T'Challa's ideological and physical rival. Killmonger remains one of T'Challa's most significant foes, a Wakandan radical who believes in global revolution rather than isolation. Their battles, both physical and philosophical, continue to shape Wakanda's political future. Christopher Priest's 1998 to 2003 run redefined Black Panther for more modern audiences. It introduced the concept of the Dora Milaje and re-emphasized Wakanda as a hyper-advanced society. Priest portrayed T'Challa as a chess master, constantly several steps ahead of allies and enemies alike. Reginald Hudlin's stories focus on Afrocentric pride and mythos, presented T'Challa as both warrior and philosopher. During this period, Shuri assumed the Black Panther mantle while T'Challa recovered from a coma, solidifying her as more than just a side character. Ta-Nehisi Coates brought literary depth and political theory to the comic, exploring themes like monarchy versus democracy and the challenges of legacy. Under Coates, Wakanda faced T'Challa's rogues gallery included more than just Killmonger. Doctor Doom was attempted to control Wakanda's vibranium. Namor, during Avengers vs. X-Men, flooded Wakanda, leading to one of the most emotional moments of T'Challa's life, the annulment of his marriage to Storm. T'Challa's struggles are not just external, they're deeply personal, whether it's sacrificing his pride to serve the greater good or confronting ancestral expectations. His story remains consistently human. T'Challa's powers originate from the heart-shaped herb, which enhances his strength, speed, agility, and senses to superhuman levels. Additionally, he has the blessing of Bast, granting him mystical insight and ancestral wisdom. His vibranium suit is more than armor. It absorbs and redirects kinetic energy, making him nearly invulnerable in battle. He wields retractable claws, energy daggers, and even advanced Wakandan spacecraft. Yet his true power lies in his intellect. T'Challa is among the top minds in the Marvel Universe, a master strategist, inventor, and scientist. He's fluent in multiple languages and holds several doctoral degrees. His genius often outmatches even Tony Stark and Reed Richards in certain fields. Black Panther's significance extends far beyond the pages of comics. As the first black superhero in American comics, he paved the way for generations of heroes. His presence countered harmful stereotypes and offered a vision of African excellence untouched by colonization. The 2018 MCU film adaptation starring Chadwick Boseman brought T'Challa to a global audience. The film's success was unprecedented, blending superhero action with cultural depth. It introduced millions to concepts like Afrofuturism and reignited interest in African heritage and pride. Boseman's portrayal was widely acclaimed, and after his untimely death, the sequel, Wakanda Forever, explored grief, succession, and the enduring legacy of the Black Panther mantle, passing it on to Shuri. However, in the comics, T'Challa's story continues. He has founded an intergalactic Wakandan empire, questioned the nature of kingship, and ceded power in favor of democracy. These developments reflect his ongoing evolution from warrior king to philosophical visionary. T'Challa's journey as Black Panther is more than just a superhero saga. It's the tale of a prince who became a king, a warrior who became a philosopher, and a man who carried the weight of his people's future on his shoulders. Through triumph and failure, love and loss, he remains a symbol of what heroes can and should be: intelligent, compassionate, flawed, and unrelentingly determined. His story continues to inspire, challenge, and redefine what it means to wear the mantle of the Black Panther. In game, Black Panther is an agile, dive-oriented duelist who is a formidable opponent in one-on-one duels. Black Panther has base 300 health and has a passive ability, Panther's Cunning, allowing him to do 20% more damage when under 100 health. His main attack is his Vibranium Claws, which do a 35 base damage with a range of 3 meters. His first ability, Spirit Rend, is a forward lunge traveling at 50 meters per second with a maximum distance of 15 meters, dealing 80 damage and granting the player 30 to 75 bonus health with a cooldown of 8 seconds per use. His alternate fire ability, Spear Toss, launches a Vibranium Spear at the enemy. It is an arced ability with a 5-meter range spell cast on impact, granting a Vibranium mark on enemies that are hit. It does 45 damage with a 6-second cooldown. His second ability, Spinning Kick, is another lunge forward going at a speed of 15 meters per second with a maximum distance of 16 meters. Dealing 80 damage and granting a Vibranium mark with an 8-second cooldown. His ultimate ability, Bast Ascent, he summons a large avatar of the Panther god Bast, which travels forward, hitting enemies dealing 150 damage on impact. I hope you all enjoyed as we covered a historically significant part of the Marvel history, as well as a tale of triumph and battles of intellect and kingship. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Now, we gotta...
Stop that vehicle!